Good afternoon everybody. Today's tour is a gorgeous converted apartment in a former paint factory in Fulham in southwest London. Let's go and take a look. Right, so the building I'm in, it is called Brandon House. It's over in Fulham, over here in southwest London, and I've just left my wife over. Sorry, I've not left my wife. I have just been with my wife over in the Strand where she works, and I've jumped on the district line from Embankment, headed over here, jumped off at Parsons Green and on the district line, which is zone 2, and walked from the tube to this building. Now, according to Apple Maps, the walk is around 16 minutes. I did it in just over 10, and I recorded the journey and I screenshotted it, and I'll put that on screen now so you can see how long it took me to get here. But this apartment is exquisite. It really is such a nicely finished, very well proportioned, open plan warehouse space, fabulous ceiling heights, 2 bedrooms or 2-bedroom areas set out the back of the apartment itself in fabulous condition, owned by a photographer who's got a very good eye for detail, particularly where dressing the place and furniture is concerned. So I'm going to flip that camera around and we're going to start the tour. Big, imposing Victorian warehouse buildings are not the sort of thing you'd immediately associate with the borough of Hammersmith and Fulham, but here we are. Brandon House, interestingly, isn't a listed building, and once you're inside you head through those security gates at the front and then the security coded fobbed second communal door, and then you've got the choice of either a lift or the metal internal staircase which runs up to the 2nd floor where you can access the apartment. Right then, let's get the door closed and start the tour, and here we go. What a space. If you said to somebody, right, describe me in words or pictures or video an authentic, cool warehouse conversion space, this I think ticks all the boxes. It's a 1 or 2 person apartment, but it does everything very, very well. Everything is really well proportioned for the space, starting with the kitchen. Now, Corian worktops. This whole kitchen came in at great expense a few years ago. The owner's been here for I think over 20 years now, but this was added in a while ago and it's still looking very fresh and minimal and clean as it did when it first went in. So that's a Corian countertop there. Lots of storage. You've got these glossy kitchen units. This is a fridge freezer behind those doors. More drawer storage. 5-ring gas hob there. Dishwasher just down there. And over in that cupboard over there is the combination gas boiler, and the oven is discreetly tucked away there, and the end of the countertop there is doubles up as a breakfast bar, and just in the middle of the work surface here you've got this round pop-up thing which allows you to plug mobile phones in. Now the other thing I like as well is this. I love this grey silver finished plinth there that runs across. You've got the spotlights that run underneath it, and that just marries in with this housed extractor hood which runs out to the ceiling and neatly segues me into these crittle windows, which are glorious. They've been left unfinished, untouched. They look fantastic, still working. You can open these up, have a look up Wyfold Street, but really they're beautifully left. I'm so pleased they've not been messed around with too much. And these are on the lower level here. You've got these blinds which pull up. So if you wanted to be sort of, well, private, if you want to walk around with next to nothing on, all these blinds pull upwards, so you can still keep the level if you wanted to, sort of just about there. They go right to the top, but these blinds, they work in the opposite direction to the way a normal blind would. Little practical detail which I think is was a good shout. This flooring is wonderful, really gorgeous, nicely patinaed, original floorboards, nicely distressed. They really add to the industrial aesthetic and sets off the whole wall, internal wall scape here is original whitewashed brickwork. And I think if you just see above the telly and above that picture there, you can see the archway where this would have been when it was a proper factory. There was obviously a doorway which led through to another room in there. Bespoke storage, everywhere, cupboards, display shelving, and you've got those really lovely warehouse style radiators over there at the far end. But a great space, I hope you agree. Let's take another view, and this is the other end of the room, and you can just see how bright these rooms are. They offer so much, these windows. I think they're fantastic. Right, let's head into bedroom number 2. So we've got internal bedrooms here, and these are a thing of beauty. This door, or these pair of doors here, and these matching pair here were installed, they were actually installed by the previous owner, who acquired them in Paris and then had them restored and installed here, and they are a thing of beauty. They must be they've got to be 10 feet high. They're gorgeous, and they nicely sit amongst these original black painted beams, showing off its continued warehouse theme. So let's head through into this, which is bedroom number 2, and the bedrooms are arranged internally. Now, this was a bedroom originally, but the owner is here on her own and uses this now, opts to use this as a study space, an home office space. Those doors take you through to the main bedroom. We'll be there shortly. But again, the warehouse theme continues here. Fabulous ceiling height. The ceiling heights everywhere must be around about 12 feet. And then this room has its own ensuite bathroom. Sorry, shower room with this one, I beg your pardon. Ensuite shower room. Big shower cubicle here. Enclosed tiles there. Part tiled walls, bit of storage. And in case anybody was wondering, the cupboard below that sits below the hanging drying rail there is home to the washer and dryer. The whole apartment is coming in at 963 square feet there or thereabouts, so it's just under 1,000 square feet, very good size. And then another set of these lovely doors into the main bedroom. Big double room. Ceiling height, again, fabulous. And floorboards continuing into here. And those doors are, if you wanted to, I mean, the other option, if you wanted to use this room and it's just 1 or 2 people, that becomes a very smart dressing room. However, there is a dressing room here already. There we go. Really lovely dressing room here. It's vented. Lots of hanging space, lots of cupboard space, lots of drawer space, and you've got that Koya style carpet on the floor there. And then last but not least, full ensuite bathroom here. I'll get out of mirror shot, you don't need to see me, but it's a big bathroom, matching tiles to the ensuite next door. Little loo in the corner there. There we go. So I think this would make a very grand, very sophisticated, very lovely home for somebody who just wants to live a quiet Fulham life, who fancies the idea of industrial living and doesn't necessarily want to buy the usual Victorian townhouse that is pretty much readily available everywhere around here. I hope you've enjoyed the tour as much as I've had walking around today. I've thoroughly embraced the whole warehouse thing with this apartment. It really does, for me, capture the essence of warehouse living. So to recap, 963 square feet in total, 2 internal bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. There is very good ceiling height. It is going up for sale for £1,125,000. It's a share of freehold, and we are in an excellent location, close to the tube, very close to central London, just a very nice villagey feel over the edge, just off of Munster Road, just down at the end of Brandon Road, where you've got lots of coffee shops and restaurants and bars and pubs. It's just a very nice vibe around here. If you'd like to look at it, if you'd like to come and have a viewing, usual rules apply. Simon at Unique Property uniquepropertycompany.tv is the email. Website is uniquepropertycompany.co.uk, or you can call the office 0203 987 1739. Thanks for your time today. I'd love to know your thoughts. Any comments, anything you'd like to air about the place I've just had a walk around with you, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave them in the usual way in the comments section below. This is an early sneak peek. Once the listing is ready, it will be linked to the description below, so you'll be able to have a look at the details fully. Thanks again for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next tour. Until then, take care.